When the position is such that neither side will gain by making the first move, it is called temporizing ground. Money is better than poverty, if only for financial reasons. I'd rather die while I'm living than live while I'm dead. Never stop acquiring the common sense. It is as good as the knowledge. Belief can be manipulated. Only knowledge is dangerous. There is no such thing as a great talent without great willpower. Start writing, no matter what. The water does not flow until the faucet is turned on. You are in charge of your own happiness. You don't need to wait for other people's permission to be happy. Most often, you don't own your own mind. You borrow it from society. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. Conformity to the present is invisibility to the future. Other people's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. If tomorrow were never to come, it would not be worth living today. People ought to fight to keep their law as to defend the city's walls. The only thing that can grow is the thing you give energy to. Education is not preparation for life. Education is life itself. A good traveler has no fixed plans and is not intent on arriving. In the end, you should always do the right thing, even if it's hard. No one from the outside can tell or show you what is in your heart. Everything that is done in this world is done by hope. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. But the truth doesn't need to be known or believed to be true. People are the most difficult thing in the world to change. The money you make is a symbol of the value you create. With regard to narrow passes, if you can occupy them first, let them be strongly garrisoned and await the advent of the enemy. Faster, faster, until the thrill of speed overcomes the fear of death. Failure is not when you fail once, but when you refuse to learn from your mistake. The space under the sky is occupied by all things in their unity. It is better to live one day as a lion than 100 years as a sheep. People who keep stiff upper lips find that it's damn hard to smile. Even the finest sword plunged into salt water will eventually rust. Your strongest muscle and worst enemy is your mind. Train it well. If at first you don't succeed, remove all evidence you ever tried. Face your life, its pain, its pleasure. Leave no path untaken. It doesn't matter how great your shoes are if you don't accomplish anything in them. Ultimate excellence lies not in winning every battle, but in defeating the enemy without ever fighting. Life provides chances to open your heart all the time. Go to heaven for the climate and hell for the company. Being born is like being kidnapped and then sold into slavery. Having nothing to struggle against, they have nothing to struggle for. Everything in life is speaking in spite of its apparent silence. Rely not on the likelihood of the enemy's not coming, but on our own readiness to receive him. In order to attain the impossible, one must attempt the absurd. Hold yourself back, or heal yourself back together. You decide. An opinion should be the result of thought, not a substitute for it. Small good decisions will lead you to the glorious path of success. We seek the fire of the spark that is already within us. You know you made it when your friends tell their friends that you are their friend. A tiny change today brings a dramatically different tomorrow. Irrational expectations are at the root of most human suffering. Don't ever take a fence down until you know why it was put up. Life is an experiment in which you may fail or succeed. Explore more, expect least. Your worth consists in what you are and not in what you have. It is the privilege of the gods to want nothing, and of godlike men to want little. Time bows to authentic commitment, and it stretches to accommodate it. Just remain in the center, watching, and then forget that you are there. All religions, arts, and sciences are branches of the same tree. Fear can only grow in darkness. Once you face fear with light, you win. Victory is reserved for those who are willing to pay its price. I drink a cup of sunlight every morning to brighten myself. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. Your vision will be blurry, but it will grow clear with time. We never live. We are always in the expectation of living. Any fool can know. The point is to understand. If they don't like you for being yourself, be yourself even more. Just because it's fiction doesn't mean it's any less true. The sidelines may be safer, but life is played on the field. Sometimes I think my head is so big because it is so full of dreams. Sometimes it takes a good fool to really know where you stand. It is better for the heart to break than not to break. If you always want the validation of others, you won't grow beyond people's expectations. If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. Your life has a limit, but knowledge has none. If you use what is limited to pursue what has no limit, you will be in danger. We don't have to defeat any individual but our own self. Death is unstoppable. One must face it as a fact of life. Over time, hidden truths morph in the dark soil of deceit into something much worse. Nobody ever lives their life all the way up, except bullfighters. In war, numbers alone confer no advantage. Do not advance relying on sheer military power. Kindness in words creates confidence. Kindness in thinking creates profoundness. Kindness in giving creates love. You will never know how high you can climb until you reach the top. People throw stones at you, and you convert them into milestones. When you change your thoughts, remember to also change your world. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. Life changes very quickly, in a very positive way if you let it. Faced with what is right, to leave it undone shows a lack of courage. Be patient when becoming someone you haven't been before. The difficult problems in life always start off being simple. Great affairs always start off being small. To touch the soul of another human being is to walk on holy ground. I'm not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. If thinking should precede acting, then acting must succeed thinking. One mistake does not have to rule a person's entire life. Make the most of yourself, for that is all there is of you. May my heart be kind, my mind fierce, and my spirit brave. If you believe you can, you might. If you know you can, you will. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. If I had it all to do again, there would be more bodies. You don't get what you wish for. You get what you work for. A good completion takes a long time. A bad completion cannot be changed later. The search for truth is more precious than its possession. Never say that I have taken it, only that I have given it back.